Carlos Nelson with the Kansas City Business Association, and tonight we have one of our newest members. Who do we have here?
Baron Washington Jr.
Hey Baron, tell our audience a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Well, I'm in the car sales business. I've done that for 6 years now almost. Army kid growing up. Moved everywhere. I was actually born in Panama.
Oh, all right.
So, oldest of 4 kids.
All right.
Yeah.
And where do you sell at? And tell our audience a little bit what you actually do, my brother.
Well, I sell cars. I'm at Dennis Sneed Ford in Gower, Missouri. So,
where's that located?
Well, in the middle of the cows and the cornfields, actually.
That's right. Well, that's where you get the cheap deal. You get the deal.
Deals, man. So,
all right.
You can look outside the dealership walls and see bulls sometimes, but we sell a lot of Fords out there, and Mr. Sneed's been in business for over 20 years now, and we're just an internet store that pumps out a lot of vehicles.
Tell our audience about Baron Drives, because that's how I really met you.
Yeah, so Baron Drives Fords has teamed up with Custom Capital. You know, we do a lot of video. We try to keep people aware. And
where can they find your videos? Because I like them.
You can pretty much find me on all the channels. Baron Drives Fords on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter. I believe it's B Drives Fords on Twitter. Someone else had my name there, but Facebook, Twitter. I'm on Instagram, and
how long have you been selling?
Man, I've been selling my whole life.
Cars, brother.
Yeah, cars. So I got into the car business in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the restaurant business for a long time.
I was too.
Yeah.
Used to have Goodfellas Pizzeria shops.
Yeah.
What was you doing?
I was working over in Briarcliff.
Oh, with the money. All right. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So started out at Chili's, my first summer job. You kind of work your way up, but I was at Trezzo Mari for 6.5 years.
What's that?
It's a Italian fresh seafood restaurant over in Briarcliff. Should check it out if you haven't been there. Great happy hour food.
On your dime?
On my dime, man.
Oh, baby! All right.
Best view in the city, man.
All
you can
right.
see downtown. So,
all right.
But I started out as a waiter, got to start bartending, and then became a manager at some point, where I met Katrinka. She helps me with a lot of my videos. So.
For all you people out there, Katrinka is Shorty Long, and she does a lot of the editing of the videos that you see with Cascade Media, Cascade Sports, and so forth. And she does Baron Drives.
Baron Drives Forward.
I love how she does that.
Right? Yeah, it's catchy.
Yeah. Tell our audience about who you are, your family, and all of that. They need to know.
They don't know me, do they?
No, they don't know you.
So, I have two daughters. One 20 years old and a 12-year-old.
Damn, you looking 20 years old.
I know, right? I started young, man. you live that
the
fast.
The stress hasn't got to you. I don't see no gray hairs.
I keep it low. You can't tell.
All right.
But yeah, been married a couple years now. Like I said, I moved all around, so been in Kansas City now for 20 years. So,
all right, tell me this: how do you see economics for African American businesses and entrepreneurs like yourself? What how do you see Kansas City in that light?
Man,
and speak truth to power, please.
Speak truth to power.
Yeah, in general, I'm saying we can't go nowhere if you say that. You got to say in your own words, but if a person comes on, oh, everything is rosy and what have you, I'm like, well, where is it rosy so I can get with that?
Yeah. Well, you know, I think it's tough in the economics for the black community and where we are. You know, I think we talked about it earlier. It's definitely a mindset, a mentality thing. You know, my mom, is Panamanian, but my dad's from South Carolina, so he's black.
That's my homeboy, Geechee Dan.
Geechee.
Hey, yeah, Sumter, Florence,
Charleston,
and all right. We from a little place called Lynchburg, where they had a Lynchburg in every Virginia and everywhere. They was lynching us left and right. Yeah. All right. So, we got a lot in common. You was looking Geechee-ish.
Hey man, I like to look good, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
All right.
But you definitely always have to work hard. My parents said no one's ever going to give you anything, and definitely if you're of the same color, you want to give opportunity if they're ready to receive that. And
how important do you think it is to have your own businesses for our youth to see an African American in a position to hire and fire?
Very important. That you, as a youth, you emulate what you see out there. So if they don't see black faces or people that are like them
in power
positions, it's definitely going to be
tough. Let me tell you this. I won't mention the name, but I had this conversation. There was a young guy. He's very successful now. Has kids that have finished college and what have you. But I think I told you in my previous life I was a contractor and had a very large company. Mm-hmm. And I used to hire a lot of kids in the summertime. You'd be on big projects to clean up after the crews. And so this kid now is like 40-something, and last year or 2 years ago, he said, "Mr. Nelson, before I worked for you, I had never seen a black man pay a white man." And that floored me. I would have never thought that was on a high school kid's mind.
Sure.
He's 40 years old and had that conversation. So it shows you how images affect our young kids.
Absolutely.
The other thing I want to say to you, why do you think you wanted to join the Kansas City Business Association? How do you feel that the Kansas City Business Association is going to affect your bottom line or what we stand for, what have you? And I want to say to our audience, I don't prep my guests on these things. I ask them. They have to know why they wanted to join, because it costs $400 to
join. Man, you always definitely have to invest in yourself, right? If you don't believe in yourself, no one's going to. But I wanted to join because my friend Katrinka, she speaks very highly of you, very aware of everything that you do in the community, and
do you think it's going to benefit you and what you do? Like I said, the Barron Drives would.
Absolutely. Exposure has,
as they say, it pays the advertiser. We don't understand. We as a community usually don't understand it pays to advertise. And when they talk about location, it seems like it's just a phrase, but these are things that have been observed over centuries. You in the right location, business is coming to you. That's why when you go to the plaza or downtown, they charge you through the roof rent, because you should be able to make that money.
Sure.
And when they say it pays to advertise, who makes the most hamburgers in the world?
McDonald's.
Can you turn on your TV without seeing a McDonald's advertisement?
You can't.
Right. And so that should be a lesson right in itself. Ford, all of the different companies, they're doing grand, but they advertise. And you've got to have, from a business perspective, you've got to have money in your budget to advertise.
Yeah, because if people don't know what you do, you could be the best at what you do, but you'll never get anywhere because no one will know that.
Right. Or you won't move as fast or as farther as you can. So, in closing, Barron, is there anything specific you would have our audience know about you and about your service and what you do with your customers?
Well, I I firmly believe that if you do anything, it needs to be the best. Whatever that looks like to you, whatever job you're in. If you're going to be a trash man, you want to be the best trash man.
I love that.
So I listen to my client. I figure out what it is that they're looking for. I try to make it as easy as possible for them. Being in the car business, there's a negative connotation that goes along with
the used car salesman.
The used car salesman. You're slimy. They're just trying to get over on you. With the power of the internet now, that's why our business is so successful. You can go online, find out by research that we're the cheapest price vehicle out there.
Good service.
Good service, very affordable. But, take care of the customer first and foremost, because without them, you have nothing. So that's what I do. And I get their story afterwards.
You got a number that they can contact you on?
Yeah, man. 816-405-5462. That's my cell. I'm there all the time. Or you can probably catch me on Facebook.
What's the name of the dealership again? And tell them how to get there.
So it's Dennis Sneed Ford. It's in Gower, Missouri, just located off 169 highway. You can't miss it in 116. But it's Dennis Sneed Ford, sneedford.com. And Baron drives Fords.
Hey, audience, you gonna buy a Ford? What does Baron drive?
Baron drives Fords.
That's what's up.
Baron drives Ford.
This program is brought to you by the Kansas City Business Association.